Hamjambo, habari ya leo, habari ya mchana. Uhoro wanyu muhwana atia umuthi. Wie geht es euch? If I translate that in Kikuyu, I'll ask you, how do you look like today? How do you appear today? Who are you today? This is what I'm going to talk about for those of you of Christian faith, or for those of you who are of other faith who do not understand the Christian concepts of Immaculate Birth. These are deep secrets, but seeing that there's always a time for truth, I'm gonna try as much as possible to give you a hint of what that means. I have to run shortly to the kitchen because I'm preparing a meal, but I will leave you with my cup of water that I'm doing the noa or the kunywa with, and I will talk about this concept of water, and the most important thing, pita. In Swahili, this means the passage. And where there is a passage, there's always a doorman with a key, and every key passes to a hole that is a lock. And those of you who are like the Kikuyu or the Chinese, they might have a problem with the R and L. So this one could become a rock or a lock, depending on how problematic you are with English. We Kikuyus have a big problem with R and L's. So this could be a lock or a rock. It opens a door. The door is the passage, and through the passage, tunapita, we pass. Let me run to the kitchen. I'll be back and I'll tell you more about this. Excuse me. Oh, just realized on this topic, I bought this beautiful African print in Morocco. I must tell you one thing. I do not expect you to understand this, but most of this stuff, they bring themselves to me. I don't go looking for them. You can see a woman carrying a pot on the head. The word pot, P-O-T, if you remove the vowel, you will remain with the word P-T. P and the T. And the word P-T means Pitia, the passage. So the woman carries the pot. It's a pot of water on her head. And when the pot of water is on her head, the passage happens. The waters in the pot are also the waters in this pot, the baby pot. And here you can see the cracked opening of a nut. This is what you call the mwanya, or in English you call it the vagina, because all or most of us, we had to squeeze our way out. We were just concepts before we became flesh, grew in the waters, and squeezed ourselves out. And this is the big galaxy, the heavens, the stars, the darkness out there that we do not see. And it happens that when our souls are running up there in the galaxy, most of us who are here managed to make the passage. We entered the pot of water and came out on the other side. Because this is the door through which we come through physically. That's where we pass. That's where we squeeze ourselves into the world. And we are born and we were called human beings. But before we were called human beings, our mothers held us as newborns. They saw something that looks like human in their image and in their likeness. That's why we say in Kikuyu and Kiswahili and Bantu language, kohuana, hana, ana, enen, meaning it looks like me, so it should be something like me. So if it looks human, then it is human. That is the assumption. That is why we say the word mwana in Bantu language, meaning something that looks like me, so I assume it is also human. But we really never know what is inside this thing that looks like me. That is what we do not see. Huwa hatuoni, we cannot see it. We cannot see the concept. What we see is the product of the concept. And we said, oh, that is what I thought it would look like. That is how concepts are. That's where we get the word conception. You thought it would look like, so you see it and you say, oh, it looks like the concept. But is it the concept? So mwana is something that has managed to make the passage. It has made the passage and it has gained the human appearance and had become mwana because nekohwana, because it looks like you. So you assume it's human being. But it is something that has come, made the passage, and it will struggle to become human because it has to follow the rules of this world and adjust itself and try to behave itself like one of those it has found. But inside it, there is something else. That is what we try to tame with Etsio, so that we can model it to be like us. Because we do not know what that thing is that looks like us, talks like us, and it is like us. But what it is really is, we have absolutely no idea. So, as I said, information is forming. So we have to form it to look like us, be like us, talk like us, behave like us. in the assumption that it is one of us. Nito Juana, it looks like us. But whatever has made the passage, we do not know, and we shall never know, and it's very hard to know. Because that which passes and comes in, they don't all come from the same source. The concepts are not the same. But the product looks very English, looks very, very same. A good example of this my handwriting is not very well, very good. But these are $2 bills. The year is 1776. And these gentlemen have concepts. They are conceiving, because even men conceive without women, because they conceive ideas. These ideas can be put into things and explained through words. So what they are doing here, these men are seeing things. They are preparing a vision for the new colony in the new world. They have already seen how this new vision will look like. Imeonwa na maoni yao. They have seen it through the concept. They have conceived it by thought. They have created America even before it began to exist. They have already created it. Even before Donald Trump. In 1776, they had seen America and they had conceived it. Now, all that remained is to give birth. To give birth to that which they had seen. They had to make the passage. KUPITIA, Coptis, ONU, Coptis, ONUIT, Coptis, ONWA, see first, conceive first, and then have the hard labor of giving birth to that which you have seen. Find the key, open the lock or the lock, so that that which is the concept can squeeze itself out and be born, gain physicality, and look like that which was thought. And because it's only a look-alike, it is not which was thought. The bill that was passed here has never really matched that which was born. That's where there are riots on the streets, because if you pass a bill of rights and you say all humans are equal, are other people not humans? The concept does not match that which has been given birth to. Meaning that which made a passage is not that which was conceived. Maybe a demon attached itself to it. And then it was born with a mistake. So it was seen, kwa imeonwa, kwa maoni, it was conceived through thought. And it was pure in thought, that's why it got the key to be passed. That's why I had to make the passage kupitishwa, because it was conceived very well in thought. But something happened during birth. And this baby, called America, was born with a very severe grade of disability. or it could be one of these men, because there are many, who are conceiving a baby together, his spirit was not pure. Or two of them or three of them, they had a wicked spirit. So the baby came in as wicked as their fathers, and the other part as good intended as the other father. That is the idea of conceiving and birthing. And that which comes from that which is completely pure, it isn't really pure. It is not wicked. And since it is not wicked, it cannot go through a wicked passage. The passage has to be pure. The door was closed. It was the first one to come out because nothing in had gotten in. But if a door is open and everything comes in, even that which comes out, so attached with other things. That's why it's very important to keep the doors closed, because no one lives in a house with an open door. They are often a tour. Anything can come in. And that which comes in, it leaves its smell. Then attaches itself to that which goes out. That which happens in 1776 happens every time. The doorway. The doorway is where we do the pita. And it's very important to always have a doorman who checks what comes in and what goes out. Because if you have a doorway that is open and anything can come in and anything can go out, you will always assume that which has come out, or that which has gotten in, is that what you think it is. But mostly it's just thinking it is, but it is not. MWONO. It's a very important Bantu word to understand the concept of looking like a human but not being human. Human in its physical appearance, but inhuman in its spiritual nature. It could be an angel, it could be a demon. Because even a serial killer were born as cute babies, loved by their mother, adored by their neighbors. But what if they had seen that which rests in that baby? That sweet little thing. Gewaltiger, rapist, murderer. They were all sweet babies. They looked like human beings. They looked like one of us. All they did until they did their crime is they were trying to fit in. Trying to pretend to be like the rest of us, but they were not. Because we never know what has made the passage. Peter, making the passage. Keep your doors closed and hire a good doorman. So that you might know who's coming in and who is going out. because an imitant could come out. But it could look like one of us. But we never know from which galaxy they came and how they made the passage. Lock, loch, and key. Pitisha, msaada. Concept of paper. Concept of flesh. Ideas that have become a human. Spirit that has become a human, that has made the passage and entered into this world and looks like one of us. Ni tuhuana, inatufana, ni mwana tu. Until then, bye bye.